I didn't think that I had anything left in the tank because I just put an album out last year. And he and I have been talking about this project for 2 years, and then I finally realized, oh gosh, that book is coming out. I probably need to get cracking here. So I wrote songs 1 through 4 and then took a little bit of a hiatus and then realized, oh man, wow. Book the studio time and the songs will come. So I wrote 8 songs in about a month and a half while traveling on the road, and then went right into the studio. And the record doesn't come out till January, but I pushed to have it for this class that he and I were teaching last week down in I don't know where I was, Missouri. So I have them tonight, and which is an honor and a privilege to be able to share these songs with you. If you want to get one, tonight is the night, because you won't be able to get it until January probably. But it has been an amazing gift. Because I knew that as I was stepping into the project that I had nothing left in my tank, nothing in the well of reserves. And a lot of the songs for the last record, the Gather record, were songs that kind of already said a lot of the themes that I was supposed to write about. And I really had no idea how I was going to do that. And so I sat down and I decided that there was no way that I was going to be able to do this by myself. So I invited friends in one by one who I felt like would get the grasp of this project. And I would sit down with each one of them and I would say, here's the deal. Here's the project, and here are the guardrails. As we made our way through, here is the Joel passage that you can sit in before we get together, and then here are some notes as we sit down to write about the direction and the theme of this particular song and where it has to go. And there were multiple times where I would start a song. My friend Chad and I, we started 7 different songs. And finally, we got to the 8th one, and that was the right one. But what it took was us taking stabs at different kinds of feels. And I've never written 12 songs to put on an album in a complete row. I've never written them in order. So I had a very good sense of like, no, it feels like it needs to go here now. He and I sat down and we took 7 stabs, didn't get anywhere, felt a little bit frustrated, but we went down and we made lunch. I made him a nice salad, and I said, do you want chicken on your salad? And he said, no, I'm actually not eating meat. And I said, why are you not eating meat? And he said, well, I actually didn't know that, but I actually I'm battling colon cancer. And I was like, no, didn't know that. And so he told me the story of his last 2.5 years. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I lost my dad to colon cancer 11 years ago this past fall, and I told him about that, and I said, Chad, after we finished lunch, I said, Chad, you and I need to go write that song right now, and we need to write it from the story and the perspective that you are in. And we went upstairs, and in about an hour, we kicked it out. It was a beautiful gift, but it was also a really intentional, we were trying to create something without pulling from the stories that we were in the middle of or had been walking through. And there's an amazing gift, and that's what the book and that's what the book of Joel is all about, is stepping into each other's stories and the gift of that hardship and inviting others in. And power that comes from gathering together. And all throughout the book of Joel, it talks about gathering the elders, gather the children, grab. And mourn together. I am because you are, because you are. I am because you are. Because you are, I am. When there are no words, you speak for me. When my eyes grow tired, you help me see. When it feels like I have lost everything, it is you, my God, who defines me. I am because you are, because you are. When there is no light but a fire that breathes, I forsake the ground and fall trembling, with no place to hide, forced a refugee. It is you, my God, who defines me. I am because you are, because you are. I am because you are, because you are. I am. Hear our cry.